Bonjour, je suis avec Michel Kaylor, qui est responsable du service de réhabilitation du Georgia Sea Turtle Center ici en Georgie.
I think the main reason it's important here for us to be here is not really the animals that we rehab to release back into the wild. It's mainly the education, educating the public that come to see the rehabilitation. You know, the one turtle that we are saving and getting better and releasing into the wild is just one sea turtle out of thousands that are injured and are killed or don't even make it to adulthood. But the main key to that story is actually the family or the individual that comes into the center and sees that bandage change or that patient getting fed or that puppet show, and they actually take that with them when they leave, and maybe they go to the beach and pick up trash, or they don't leave their fishing line in the water after they go fishing with their family, or they don't use a plastic bag when they go to the grocery store, they use a reusable bag instead. You know, it's those little steps that people might take home with them with things that they learn here at this center. Yes, it's great. We rehab sea turtles and we release them back into the wild, but I think the bigger portion, the bigger message is the educational component that comes along with that, and that's really the impact that we're making on individuals that come visit our center and leave with that message. The majority of our patients that come in are boat strike injuries, about 30% of our patients that come into the hospital. And these are just recreational boaters, people that go on the weekend and drive their ski boat or what have you out and accidentally run over a turtle. Because turtles are coming up to breathe air, and so they incidentally get hit by boats. And so that's probably the main part of our rehab here is boat strike injuries that we see in the hospital. The second to that is going to be fishing line and hooks. We have a lot of turtles that come in with hooks either in their mouths or in their esophagus, or they have fishing line, monofilament line wrapped around their flippers, or they've ingested line as well. And this is all due to people leaving, discarding their fishing gears out in the wild, and then the turtles are eating them, consuming them, getting them wrapped around themselves, and then coming into the hospital. It can be a very severe injury depending on how large the prop, which is the propeller on the back of the boat, is, and how many times it's occurred on the shell. Over 50%, if not more, of their body is shell. Their shell is the larger portion of their body, and that's bone, so it's alive, living tissue. So when it gets struck, it's very traumatic. It's almost like someone breaking the arm of a human. And then within that, after the boat has a strike, on the shell, if it's open to the coelomic cavity, which is the area, the space inside the animal where their lungs and their GI tract is and their stomach and heart and everything is, then seawater can get in there and cause really bad problems with infection, and can even cause the turtle to float. And so there can be a multitude of different problems that can happen with just a boat strike. The turtle will float, it can't eat, it can't dive to get its food. It can get algae and barnacles and basically really heavy loads of epibiota on its shell, which also keeps the animal from being able to eat or swim. And then a lot of times they just wash up on the shore from that instance.